the people that are working from home, it is more IT. One thing that it does talk about is the people that are working from home, it is more IT. Certainly we don't have anyone working from home. Amazon, a month or two back, certainly this calendar year, opened a new office, which I think is called H2. It's their second headquarters, and people have to be in the office at least 4 days a week. I was in Sydney a couple of weeks ago, and I think Commonwealth Bank, or certainly if they're manager level and above, they all have to be in the office at least 4 days a week, and others 3 days a week. So they are coming back, but in New York, it's from a very long way behind. And when you had anywhere where you have a very big percentage of your tenants in the IT business, and if you have a look, some of these Google and some of these companies, they've been sacking tens of thousands of people. So I think part of it with this, with the AI is doing some work of those people, and they just don't need as many. And then others that they tend to working at home more. In Brisbane, I can tell you, I actually just walked up the mall to get some lunch a couple of hours ago, and it was just chockers up there. It really was. So I don't get up there much during the day, but it was really busy. So there's actually becoming a shortage of property in Brisbane. We're seeing, incentives are now getting down to the lowest level that I think I've ever seen in commercial property. But we bought something in Melbourne. I think, as you know, at Richmond, settled on the 31st of January. Suburban office is doing well. I was speaking to one of the leading commercial leasing agents, and he said Docklands will be a decade before it recovers. So it's in the article in the Fin today, and it just spoke about vacancies in Australian CBDs, and it made no reference to Brisbane, Sydney, or Melbourne. So it was just a terrible article. It's like if you have your feet in a freezer and your head in an oven, on average you're fine, but you're dying at both ends. So it was it was written by someone who was a former head of the Value General's Department in New South Wales. I suppose what would you expect from a government worker? But just absolutely incompetent writing. Yes, there's some very, very desperate situations in some areas, but in other areas there's fantastic opportunities. So you read his article and you just wouldn't buy property anywhere. Well, that's certainly not the case.